Hello everyone, welcome to New Wave Coaching Classes for Mathematics. This is your host Jatin. Today we'll continue our exercise 13.3 with question number 4. Right? So without wasting time, let's start with the question. Now in question number 4 it is given a well of diameter 3 meter is dug 14 meter deep. Now there is a well and it's dug out. The diameter of the well is given as 3 meter and is dug out till 14 meter depth. Right? Now the earth is taken out. The mud is taken out. Now what is the use of the mud they have done? They say the earth taken out of it has been spread evenly all around it in the shape of a cylindrical ring. Now whatever the earth is taken out, it is distributed, we can say put up outside the cylinder, right? Evenly, right? So it is spread around. You can see, if suppose this is the well. This is the well. The depth is 14 meter and the diameter is 3 meter. The earth which is taken out is put up here. You can see this thing here. This is the cylindrical ring. This is the embankment, cylindrical embankment around the well. Right? Now, what else? In the shape of a circular ring of width 4 meter. Now, the width of this embankment, this width, that is from the inner edge. That is the outer edge of the you can say of the well till the outer edge of the embankment. The distance between them is 4 meter, right? Now what we have to find? We have to find the height of this platform or the embankment. Whatever this embankment is, we have to find the height of it, right? Now, first of all, the things which are given to us. That is given that the diameter of well is 3 meters, so we have written 3, and the radius we have taken as 3/2. Small r we have taken, and the depth of the well h, small h, I have taken, that is 14 meter. Width of embankment is 4 meter, and we suppose let the height of embankment is equal to capital H meters. Right? Now the question. Obviously, the volume of the earth which has been taken out from the well will be equal to the volume of this cylindrical ring embankment. How we can find the volume of this cylindrical ring embankment? So the general formula to find the volume of any object is equal to area of cross section multiplied by its length. Right? So suppose if I have a cylindrical ring, if you see from the top, that is you see the cross section view of this cylindrical ring, then it will be something like this. And this is the inside part is hollow. And if suppose this is the inner radius and this is the outer radius, capital R, right? Then the area of cross section for this would be, if I need to find the area would be here, pi capital R square minus small r square. Right? Now if I suppose that the height or the length of the embankment or whatever the object is h, then the volume, formula volume will be something like this, that is pi multiplied by r square minus small r square into h. This will be the volume of the embankment. Now the question is, the small radius, the inner radius is given to me, but what would be the outer edge radius of this embankment, right? Now if I see here the outer radius of embankment, that will be equal to the inner radius plus the width of the embankment. I take it as capital R. So the capital R will be equal to, now the inner radius is 3/2, I can take it as 1.5 meters. So that is 1.5 plus the width of the embankment is 4 meters, this is 4 meters. So I get the outer edge as 5.5 meter, right? Now, whatever is the volume of embankment, that will equal to volume of earth dug out from the well. Right? Now, what is the total volume of the earth dug out from the well? That will be equal to the volume of the well, and that we have the formula. Since it is in cylindrical shape, right, circular cylinder, so the formula is pi r square h. Right? Now, we need to find the height of the embankment. So we have supposed that height of the embankment is equal to h meters. Now we apply the formula as I have written the formula. This is pi multiplied by capital R square minus small r square multiplied by the height. This is the volume of embankment, and this is equal to the volume of the earth dug out, that is the volume of the cylindrical well. Now I can cancel out this pi here, and this h will be equal to small r square h upon this thing. Now if you see, the value of capital R and the small r both are in decimal. So if you go in the squaring of these two, then it can slightly become complicated. To make it more easier, what we can do, we can simplify this formula only. We can write this formula something like this. We can apply basically a square minus b square identity on this, and we can write it as capital R plus small r into capital R minus small r. We substitute the values now. So that is h is equal to, now small r is 3/2. I can write this thing as 1.5 meters, right? So this is 1.5 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by the value of h, that is the depth of the well, is equal to 14. And in the denominator I have, in first bracket it will be 5.5 plus 1.5. In the second bracket, this is 5.5 minus 1.5. Now again, in the numerator, this is 1.5 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 4 upon this 5.5 in plus 1.5 becomes 7, and this difference gives me value 4. Right? So this 7 cancels out with 14, and this cancels out here. So what I get, I can just multiply, I have just multiply this 1.5 with 1.5 only, and I get it as 2.25 divided by 2. So I get the value of h as 1.125 meters. So this is the height of the embankment, right? Let's go to the next question now. Now in question number 5 it is given a container shaped like a right circular cylinder having diameter 12 cm and height 15 cm is full of ice cream. So we have another question which is a sweet question of ice creams. So what is given? That we have a big cylinder which is full of ice cream. Well, we don't know the flavor of that ice cream, but we know that there is some ice cream inside. Now, what this ice cream is, what is the use of that ice cream which is in the container? Obviously, use is to eat, but we are filling it in the cones, right? Now, they say the ice cream is to be filled into cones of height 12 cm and diameter 6 cm, having a hemispherical shape on the top. Find the number of cones which can be filled with the ice cream. So, the first thing, I have a cylinder. And this cylinder is full of ice cream, right? Now the dimensions are given as diameter is 12 and the height is given as 15 centimeter. Right, so what is given? The diameter of cylindrical vessel is 12 meter. Is it 12 meter? No, sorry, 12 centimeter. Yes. So obviously the radius here it would be 6 centimeter. See, since I have again two objects, radius are different, so I am taking different symbols. For this I am taking capital R. Same way, height of cylindrical vessel H is equal to 15 centimeter. Let's find out the total volume of the ice cream in the cylinder. The volume of ice cream in the cylindrical vessel. So this is volume of ice cream in the cylindrical vessel, that will be equal to the volume of cylinder. So we have the formula pi r square h. You substitute the values here. So this is pi multiplied. We are not putting value of pi because the volume remains same. So r is 6 centimeter. So I put 6 here into 15. So this is pi into 36 into 15. Just multiply it out. So we get it as 540 pi centimeter cube. This is what we get, right? Now from this cylindrical vessel, whatever the ice cream is contained in it, that is put up in the cones. Now let's make a cone here. And this is what is given. So we have a cone and there is a hemisphere over it. Let me make it a little bit more nice. And let's put a cherry over it. Also, it is not given. So now what we have dimensions. The height of the cone is given as 12 centimeter. Right? And the diameter is given as 6 centimeter. So height of the cone taking small h, that is 12 centimeter, and the diameter of cone so the radius here it would be 3 centimeter. Now we find the volume of ice cream inside one cone first. Now volume of ice cream in one cone, that is, now since this is cone, so we have the formula that it will be 1 by 3 pi r square h. But this is not the complete thing. We have a hemisphere top also, so we will add also the volume of the hemisphere, that is 2 by 3 pi r cube. Now what we can do, we can take something common here. The common thing here is basically 1 by 3 pi r square, and inside the bracket I have h plus r, right? So let's simplify now. This is 1 by 3. We're not putting the value of pi. Now the small r is given to me as 3, so I write 2 times 3, 3 multiplied by 3, and inside the bracket this is h plus r, h is 12 and r is 3. So this is 12 plus 3, this 3 cancels out. So this is pi multiplied by 3 multiplied by 15. So I get it as 45 pi centimeter cube. Right? This is what I have got. Now let's simplify it. The slight mistake here. After taking common, this will be 2r. So this becomes basically 2 multiplied by 3. And this is 18. So we get it as 54 pi centimeter cube, right? So now the number of cones that can be filled is equal to volume of ice cream in cylinder divided by volume of ice cream in one cone. Right, so we divide these two and we get it as, this is 540 pi upon 54 pi, and we get it as 10. So 10 number of cones can be filled with the given amount of the ice cream in the cylinder. Right, this is the solution of question number 5. Now let's go to the next question. In the next question they have asked, what they're doing basically, they are taking the silver coins and melting the silver coins to form a cuboid. Obviously what we require is the number of coins required to make that dimension of the cuboid. So the previous question was question number 5. Now we are doing question number 6. The number was written wrong on the board. You can just correct in your wherever you are writing the solutions. So now the question number 6. So we have a silver coin. Now if you see a coin carefully, the shape of a coin is basically a cylindrical shape. Something like this. So this is the coin. Right? Now what is given? That the diameter of the coin is 1.75 centimeter. Right? And the thickness, so from here the radius will be basically 1.75 upon 2. So if we simplify after removing the decimal, right? So what we get here basically, this is, alright, let's leave it like this. Actually this will be 7 by 8 centimeter. Right? So now the thickness of coin, that is H is given to me as 2 millimeter. I can write it as 0.2 centimeter, right? What else? Now let's find the volume of one coin first. Now volume of one coin, that is, now if you see carefully, the shape of the coin is a cylindrical shape. So we can write the formula as pi r square h. The substitute value, we are not putting the value of pi at the moment. R is given to me as 7 by 8. And this is 0.2 centimeter. I can write it as, this can be written as 1 by 5 centimeter after removing the decimal and simplifying. So this is 49 upon, this will be 320 pi centimeter cube. So this is the volume of one coin. Now this coin, there are many coins which are melted to form a cuboid. Now the shape of the cuboid, I'll just make a cuboid now here. Now the dimensions are given as 5.5. Then this is given to me as 10 centimeter and the height is given as 3.5 centimeters. Right? So length of the cuboid, Then we have width of the cuboid. And then we have the height of the cuboid. Right? Now the volume of cuboid here it would be that is L into B into H. So that is 5.5 into 10 multiplied by 3.5 centimeter cube. Let's leave it like this because this is not the final answer we require. Now I require the number of coins. Number of coins required. This will be equal to volume of cuboid divided by volume of one coin. Right? So a little bit, it could be complicated. So this is 5.5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3.5 upon. Now this is 49 upon 320 pi. So we write it as 49 upon 320 pi. Again, this is 5.5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3.5 upon, this is 49 upon 320, and this pi can be written as 22 divided by 7. Now you see, by the way we do the operations, this 320 and 7 will come in the numerator. So the next step would be, this is 5.5 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 3.5 multiplied by 320 multiplied by 7 upon 49 into 22. Let us simplify this 7 and this 7, this 3.5 and it comes 2 here, this 5.5 and this cancels, I get 4 here. Now this 4 cancels here, this will be 80 and I cancel this with this and this is 40. So ultimately the number of coins will be 400. Right, so you have to be very careful while doing the calculations because these calculations can make you look like a fool also, right? So this is it for today's lecture. The remaining questions we'll do in the next lecture. I hope you have understood everything. If not, just try to watch the video again because these questions need to be watched again and again to understand, right dear friends? So this is all from my side. I hope you just give a like button, hit the like button to this video and subscribe to my channel. So this is your host signing off. Goodbye and take care.